My name is Nicole Harris, and I live at 1183 Willow Creek Drive, Apartment 4C, Springfield, Illinois. I've been here more than 20 years, and I've always believed in keeping things balanced. Every bill paid. Every promise honored. Numbers don't lie, and neither should people. 2 years ago, my daughter Emily married a man named David Collins. At first, David looked like the kind of guy you'd want in your family. Neatly pressed shirts, a firm handshake, and that salesman grin. But his eyes never matched his smile, and I noticed that the very first day. Still, Emily was in love, and I pushed my doubts aside. This past spring, David came to me with a pitch. He said he had a chance to flip some electronics in a can't-lose business deal. All he needed was a $12,000 loan for 1 month. "You'll have it all back by April, Mom," he said, offering to sign paperwork. I wanted to trust him. We both signed and shook hands. 4 weeks later, I learned only one of us had kept our word. The first delay came with an apology wrapped in charm. "Shipment stuck at the port. I'll pay you Monday." I believed him. Monday passed. Then another. Then a month of them. Emily defended him. "He's stressed, Mom. Give him time." But David wasn't stressed. He was stalling. He dodged my calls, brushed me off with vague texts, and laughed when I pressed for answers. "You're acting like a banker. Family doesn't need contracts." Something hardened inside me. If he thought I'd let $12,000 disappear, he didn't know me. I started a folder: the signed agreement, bank transfers, text messages, and a neat log of every broken promise. If he wanted a game, I'd pick the rules. By June, Emily begged me to come for dinner. "Please don't bring it up tonight. He said he'll talk to you." Their condo smelled of garlic bread and fresh paint. David greeted me with that salesman smile. We ate, but nothing tasted right. He never brought up the money, so I did. "David, it's been over 3 months. When should I expect repayment?" He set his fork down slowly. "We've talked about this. Things take time. Don't make it transactional." I slid the loan agreement across the table. "It already is transactional. Family means keeping promises." His smile faltered. "You're overreacting." Emily stared at her plate. I gathered my papers and left with a decision patience was over. The ledger had to be balanced. I began to investigate. His so-called company was an LLC with no import licenses. The state website showed 2 complaints for unfulfilled orders. Meanwhile, his Instagram flaunted leased cars and rooftop brunches. A contact at the Port Authority explained electronics imports require strict documentation. David had none. Another acquaintance hinted at phantom inventory, scams, take money up front, promise goods, then vanish. I built a timeline: agreements, receipts, screenshots of his social posts on days he claimed to be stuck at customs. One photo even showed him sipping cocktails while supposedly handling shipments. The case built itself. I invited the family to dinner at my place. A Friday cookout: ribs, potato salad, sweet tea. David arrived smiling. After we ate, I placed a manila folder on the table. "David, when will you return the $12,000 you borrowed on March 4th? Here's our agreement." He shifted. "It's complicated. You're making a scene?" "No," I said, opening the folder. "I'm making it clear." I laid out the agreement: bank transfers, screenshots, and complaints. Paper doesn't shout. It just repeats the truth until excuses run out. He muttered, "This is an ambush." I said, "This is accountability." Then I gave him 3 choices: repay everything in 7 days, plus 500 interest, sign a payment plan with witnesses, or face small claims court, his employer, and the State Consumer Protection Bureau with my file. His face went pale. He picked the payment plan, signing a confession of debt while family members watched. "First payment, due next Friday." "Don't be late," I said. Friday came. 5 o'clock. No payment. At 10, a text: "Running late, I'll send it tonight." I replied with the clause he'd signed: "Late payment triggers full balance due immediately." Midnight passed. Silence. Saturday morning, I filed the small claims case and mailed 3 packets: 1 to his employer's HR, 1 to the State Bureau, 1 to the other complainants. Emily called, panicked. "Mom, what are you doing?" I said, "The right thing." Within a week, David was suspended from work pending an ethics review. The other victims reached out to me, eager to join forces. The Bureau opened an investigation. He called me late at night, furious. "You're destroying my life." I answered calmly, "No, David. You destroyed your own life. I'm just showing the receipts." Emily stayed with me for 2 nights. We ate cereal on the couch and watched crime shows. She cried, but she admitted she had seen the lies too. Just later than I had. At court, the judge asked for evidence. I presented everything: the signed loan, the transfers, the texts, the missed payment plan. David's lawyer tried to spin it as a family misunderstanding. The judge raised an eyebrow. "This is a signed contract. Misunderstanding doesn't apply." Judgment was clear: full repayment, court costs, and penalties enforced. David didn't look so charming when the gavel came down. 2 weeks later, a cashier's check arrived, every dollar plus the penalty. I held it for a moment, not as money, but as proof. Balance restored. Emily filed for separation soon after. David moved out, leaving behind nothing but overdue bills and a sour reputation. The Bureau pursued him further, but I didn't bother tracking it. My job was done. That evening, I brewed tea, sat by my window, and watched the maple tree outside sway in the summer breeze. People say revenge is fire. To me, it's quiet. Quiet, like numbers adding up the way they should. Quiet, like promises kept. My name is Nicole Harris. I don't go looking for battles, but if someone disrespects my trust, I don't let it slide. Some call it revenge. I call it balance.